All right, and here we go. Next up, Eleanor Hudd from the Department of Communication and Information. She will be presenting self-efficacy through active learning. Eleanor?
In the class I teach, Persuasive Speaking, we recently had a heated classroom discussion about nepotism babies, or Nepo babies. These are celebrities who attain their status in the industry primarily through having a relative in the industry. I had all of my students go around and identify their favorite Nepo baby celebrity and make an argument for why they were an exception to the rule. And I did that very purposely because none of them actually were. This exemplifies the logical fallacy of special pleading. And by learning about special pleading through Nepo babies, like my favorites, the Irwin kids, students were able to better recognize when they were doing it and also better recognize when people were doing it around them. I've demonstrated several concepts using this method of active learning. My students learn inductive logic by helping a criminal minds team solve a case. They learn about the perils of inductive logic when we debunk a TikTok conspiracy together as a class. And they learn about the Toolman structure of argument through a heated classroom debate on whether or not a hot dog is a taco. We've never reached consensus on that one. All of these exemplify my teaching philosophy, which is instilling self-efficacy through active learning. Self-efficacy is the belief that you have the tools and capabilities necessary to achieve a specific goal. It's social science speak for I can do it. In risk and health communication, which are my fields, we know that self-efficacy, not having self-efficacy, can be fatal. It can prevent someone from evacuating from a hurricane or quitting smoking if they don't believe that they can do it. And so that's why I believe that in order to maximize my students' chances at success, both in the classroom and in life, my primary role as an instructor is to instill self-efficacy in them and reinforce the self-efficacy that they already have. Oftentimes, increasing self-efficacy can mean showing someone that they have the skills that they might not think they had, getting them to demonstrate those skills. And so I'll give you an example. A lot of you might not think that you could tell me much about intonation offhand, but I bet your mood would change significantly if you got one of these three texts versus the other versus the other. My students have come up with entire backstories about the things that preceded these texts, and I bet you could as well. The difference between how those texts sound in your head, that's intonation. And as you're aware from having read those texts and thought of those stories, intonation matters. You know more than you think you do. And my job as an instructor is not only to teach you new concepts, but to show you what you already know and give you the self-efficacy to put it into action. So I hope that today you walk away with not only an increased understanding of the importance of self-efficacy in the classroom context, but also a little more self-efficacy of your own regarding your knowledge of intonation. Thank you.